I'm Lindsay Hilsman. I'm the international editor of Channel 4 News, which is a TV program in the UK. And basically, I'm a foreign correspondent. I do a lot of conflict reporting. I've spent a lot of time in the Middle East, in different parts of Africa. So I wrote a biography of the war correspondent Marie Colvin. She was my friend. But do you know, I got to know her much better in death than in life, which is a strange thing. She was killed in Syria in 2012, where she was reporting on the plight of women and children who were being attacked. Rockets were coming in every 2 minutes or so. And I was in touch with her at that time. She was on Skype, and she was, she called me, and she was killed very early one morning. And then I found out that she had left all these diaries and journals, and that from a very young age, from 13 years, she had kept notebooks, not just normal reporters' notebooks that I would keep, but a lot of her innermost thoughts as well. And I was lucky enough that her family and so on let me have access to those notebooks. And so I was able to find the vulnerable woman behind the brave public figure. She haunted me. She was my friend, and I had seen her just a week or so earlier. Marie was an extraordinary person. She was very charismatic. She was shot in the eye when she was crossing a front line in Sri Lanka in 2001. So she wore an eye patch on one eye, which was sort of one of the things, it became her emblem. She wore one studded with rhinestones for parties. So that was her public persona. But what I found out by doing interviews and by reading the diaries was that, everybody saw her in that way, almost like a pirate with the patch. But sometimes inside, she just felt like a frightened little girl, like all of us. So that was my experience of writing her biography. Well, Marie would not have wanted a biography that was a whitewash. Marie was an honest reporter. She believed in going there and telling it as it is and being an eyewitness. And I believe that too. So I knew that she would not want me to gloss over her faults. And so I didn't. Her faults are there for everyone to see. But so is her bravery and her integrity. And I think that what I learned from reading her diaries was the struggle that she went through. And that is very personal, because it's not just the professional life. It's also the inner life, and it's also the personal life, the marriages, the lovers, the drink. There was far too much of it. And so, yes, I think that I was in her outer circle, not in her inner circle of friends. I think if I'd been her best friend, I wouldn't have been able to write it, because I would have had a fixed view of her. But because I was in her outer circle of friends, it meant I knew her, I got her, but I could also step back and be objective. So it is a book which is written with a critical eye, but it's also a book which is written with a lot of love. What I see is this tremendous likeness in argument, in discourse, in wanting to have a discussion, in books which look into culture but which have different points of view. And one of the things I feel is, there are certain Indian authors which are very well known in the UK, and an awful lot who aren't. And I think that what we in Britain need to do is learn a lot more about the young Indian authors who are coming up and read them. And that's how we're going to learn and understand India today. Because I think that certainly people of my generation, I think we understand or know about an old India. I don't think we understand India today well enough because we don't read enough. I would say be an eyewitness and tell the truth. And also talk to as many people as you can. If you talk to one person, you've got their point of view. You haven't got the whole story. You need to talk to this person and that person and the next person. Talk to men, talk to women, talk to the soldiers, talk to the politicians, but talk to the ordinary people, talk to families, talk to the people who are affected, talk to the victims, talk to the survivors. If you can, talk to the perpetrators too. Understand why they did it. They've done terrible things. Why did they do it? Try and speak to them too. Be an eyewitness, be there, talk to everyone, and then use your own judgment. And don't be swayed by the powerful people, because the people you've spoken to, that's how you put your story together. Fundamentally, tell the truth.